I'm a person who is now increasingly often coming to this place, which is a small casita above Soller, North Mallorca.
Northern part of Mallorca, yeah.
Northern part of Mallorca.
Coast. Tramontana mountain range.
Yes. I love Soller, increasingly. It's a small, vibrant, old town, but it doesn't sort of hang on to its oldness. It's living in the present and feels on its own merits alive. And I prefer that in a way, I find, than a place more consciously vintage and preserved and more carefully blah blah. This is a more natural place. And this particular little casita is above it. So although there's a bit of a climb to get here, there's an absolute peace once you arrive. And I need to say also that Roberto Landreth, the landlord, who's behind the camera, has not just built a building here. It is something that is done with art and care and flair, and I love that too. It's a special place. I ought to mention his mum, who helped and was a driving force behind the building.
Mm-hmm.
And she's called the captain because she was on the boats on the sea for many years, and that was her profession. I'm going to read a poem now about this place. So I ought to mention a reference also that the poem makes. It mentions the captain, but also the Barranc de Biarritz.
Biniarach. That's it, yeah.
Just shows how good I am at language. Which is the most spectacular cleft in the rock that goes far down and has a medieval path that used to be a route between communities, didn't it?
Yeah.
Originally built by the Moors?
By the Islamic, when Islamic
Yes.
people were here.
Beautifully. It fits into the clefts so that it's almost part of it, and it's a beautiful thing in itself as well as the cleft itself.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the poem. I address Roberto direct. Roberto Landreth. This casita you and the captain made high on the hill juts from the rock like the hill's eyebrow. Eagles we gaze from there over Soller and out to sea. You have made this place not just with builders' skill, but artists' feel and discretion. Here is a work of flair and soul through to fine detail. As the old stones adjust themselves to the lines and shoulders of the barranc, making more than a path, making art thereby. And that fierce cleft, those crags, a cathedral, a vast gallery. So you've made a work of art of this casita on the hill. Forgive me, Roberto, that I refuse your hospitality when I first arrive. I treasure my return too much. The first scenting of the jasmine, the first pull up the hill, the first sound of the sheep bell, and then the drawing round of silence. The night I arrive, you want to help me buy in supplies, but I must climb without delay to your casita, where owl and eagle glare and thrive.
Beautiful. And we have to mention the thing is I was trying to take you shopping at the supermarket so you wouldn't have to carry it all the way up here.
Well, yes, I know that. Yes, it does need to be mentioned. So that's what I always resist.
I've gotten used to it now, though. I'll just wait for you. Thanks for that, Rogan.
My pleasure.